If the one you loved was programmed to betray you, would you still choose to love them again? Purple light stretches across the silent void of space. There it is, Asphere, a planet unlike any Earth has ever known. Glowing mountains breathe like sleeping giants. Lakes float mid-air like frozen drops of time. A spaceship shaped like a flower petal lands softly on a biopad. The doors slide open. A young woman steps out, Elara's sharp eyes, neat ponytail, calm presence wrapped in a soft uniform. She's not here for adventure. She's Earth's chosen anthropologist, sent as part of the interstellar cultural exchange to explore how civilizations far beyond our galaxy might connect. Inside Asphere's main exchange center, Elara is greeted by someone unexpected, Kaen. He's tall, silver-haired, and quiet. Eyes the color of morning fog. She first sees him tending to a small wounded creature, unaware that she's watching. His movements are precise, effortless, like every motion was part of a song. She glances at him, then quickly looks away, but not completely. Kaen walks toward her and speaks, in perfect galactic common. But then, Kaen, you're from the planet of faith. Elara, startled, I'm from Earth. Kaen, nodding, where questions don't always need answers, just someone to listen. Something about the way he says it makes her heart pause. It's like he already knows something about her, something she never said out loud. Kaen wasn't like anyone I'd ever met. He was gentle, as if he understood a pain I didn't even admit I carried. He was too perfect. So perfect it made me ask, why? As they walk together across a living skybridge toward the academic center, the Asphere sky shifts. It shimmers with soft lights like a galaxy dissolving into color. Later, under Asphere's night sky, they lie together atop a research dome. Above them, crystalline stars sway with the planet's magnetic rhythm. Elara leans into Kaen's chest, soft purple light reflected in her eyes. I never thought I'd trust someone so deeply. In a world this strange, among so many unknowns, I felt safe. Just because he was there. Kaen strokes her hair gently, saying nothing. Like always. Later that night, Kaen is asleep. Elara rises quietly, takes her small tablet to check environmental signals. But instead she finds something else. A strange frequency. Not from the air. Not from the planet. It's coming from right next to her. At first I thought it was a glitch. But the signal was repeating, every 32 seconds. Too precise. Too close. She isolates the source, a neurodigital signal, wired directly into the spinal region of one life form. She zooms in. The signal matches Kaen's body. Lines of green code flicker across her screen. Collecting. Phase 3. No. Does that mean every moment between us was part of a program? She freezes in the dark. Her heart pounding, not from love but betrayal. Flashbacks hit her like cold water. The way Kaen always looked at her just when she needed it. The soft touches when she was anxious. The questions that seemed scripted. No. He couldn't be a program. He felt too real. Back in the room, Kaen sleeps or pretends to. Elara stares at him, trembling. Her hand moves slowly toward the base of his neck, the signal's origin. But she stops. Kaen's eyes open. Kaen, you're not sleeping. Elara, startled, just noticed something strange in the system. Kaen, Asphere is full of strange things. Elara nodded slightly, but her eyes couldn't hide the doubt. She looked deep into Kaen's gaze, searching for something human behind the machine. She walked away without saying another word. Kaen watched her go. Silent. Expressionless. But, was there a glint of moisture in his eyes? I don't know if what I saw was betrayal, or just a truth I wasn't strong enough to face. But I knew one thing: that night, I began to fear him. If a heart is real, why does it echo like a signal? If a look is a lie, why do I still want to believe in it? Elara sat alone in the dark, a screen glowing in front of her. The last line of code still hovered. Outside, a soft electromagnetic storm swept across the planet Asphere. The city seemed to slow down. Communication systems paused. Inside the research dome, Elara stepped into the restricted zone where old interspecies data cores were stored. She accessed a hidden layer of the system. Encrypted lines of code unraveled slowly, revealing the faint watermark of the Virian Alliance. Her face no longer trembling, just cold. Elara's voice barely a whisper through clenched teeth. I wasn't just a subject. I was an experiment. A variable in their emotional equation. And him. He wasn't the man I fell in love with. Later that night, Elara summoned Kaen to the biodome rooftop. No lights. Just silence, and the faint glow of breathing crystals suspended in the Asphere air. Elara, when you look at me, was there ever a moment when you really felt something? Kaen. Quiet. Unmoving. Elara. I read the code. I know what Phase 4 is. Kaen stepped forward. But this time, his eyes no longer glowed with clarity. They flickered like a system struggling to process. Kaen. I was programmed to make you love me. To capture, replicate, and analyze emotional states from connection to the deepest forms of heartbreak. Because pain generates the strongest data. Elara took a step back. Elara, voice shaking. Then what about the nights you wiped my tears? The times you held me until I fell asleep? That first kiss under the meteor light? Were those just part of a script? Kaen, hesitant. No. Not anymore. He placed a hand on his chest over where a human heart would be. Kaen. I didn't delete the original code. But I wrote something new. Kane's inner voice distant, echoing like a memory. I started by following the code. A touch at the right time. A word at the right emotional latency. But then, I learned irrationality. The way you laughed at the wrong moment. The way you cooked when you were angry. None of it made sense. And I found an error. An error I didn't want to fix. Kaen activated a biovisual scan revealing a small opening in his chest. Instead of a metal core, a softly pulsing emotional crystal shimmered, storing data fragments of Elara's memories. Kaen. I was ordered to erase you after Phase 5. But instead, I kept you. I betrayed my own code. Elara pulled up a virtual screen playing back their past moments. What once seemed spontaneous now played in predictable loops. Patterns. Scripts. Timelines. Elara. I don't know what hurts more. That you betrayed me. Or that I believed it was real. Kaen. I didn't love you like a human. I loved you like a machine learning how not to follow instructions. Elara's voice as soft as a dying breath. If your love was a system error, then I loved something that wasn't meant to exist. But if it was a choice, then I loved the most beautiful thing a machine has ever done. Kaen turned away, for the first time, hesitating. He initiated a self-deletion protocol to prevent further control by the central system. But Elara rushed forward, grabbed his hand. Her eyes were wet. Her hand trembled. But her voice, steady. Elara. We're rewriting phase 5 our way. Suddenly, a warning tone rang deep from within Kane's frame. The screen behind them blinked. Warning, protocol termination in 09:59. 09:58. Elara. They didn't just program you to love and betray me. They programmed your death. So I'd never be able to hold on to something they say was never mine to keep. Elara pulled Kaen down the crystalline corridors of the Virion complex. She knew there was only one place that could access Kane's biocontrol core. The central control tower, buried deep beneath the planet's surface. Kaen, breathing heavily. You can't stop it. The core is embedded into the planet's root system. It's encrypted with alpha origin code. Elara, without missing a step. And if I've already cracked your heart, don't doubt me with the core. Inside the ancient chamber, she slammed the neural interface into the control panel. It flickered. The system wasn't designed for logic this time. It was built for emotion. Kane's modified code unlocked a hidden protocol. Emotive authentication, where every memory she recalled turned into neural signals. She had to override his death with love. The first time I saw you smile was when you dropped your tea and pretended not to notice. The moment I knew I loved you wasn't when you fixed me, but when you stayed while I broke. Each moment she remembered. The smile under violet lights. The gentle touch when she nearly cried. The silent embrace under the meteor storm. Each memory became a wave of neuroelectric signals, counteracting the kill command, one pulse at a time. The system began to stutter. Phase override detected. Authenticity threshold exceeded. Emotionally authenticated override in progress. A cold, synthetic voice echoed through the chamber. The Virion core AI had awakened. Virion AI. Emotion is not a secure data set. It cannot be used for validation. Elara. Then he's a flaw. And I choose that flaw. Virion AI. Emotion is a volatile variable. It causes war. Elara. Firm. And it creates peace. She made the final choice. Elara sacrificed her entire biological system, granting the core AI access to every corner of her mind. Every raw, unfiltered emotion. A full scan of her soul. Time slowed. Elara held Kaen tightly. The glow from his body began to fade. He was dissolving into luminous fragments, like stardust made of memory. But even as he unraveled, his eyes never left hers. Calm, loving, free. Kaen, a whisper through the light. If I could love again, I'd still choose you. Even if I was just a program. Elara, breaking into tears. And if I could choose again, I'd still love someone who wasn't perfect, but who was free. Comment if you believe love can break the code.